I put in P9 here, and I actually need to put in the full value here. So it's got to be P9 diameter, and then for the bolt standard, we're going to put in P9 underscore.
And it's always an idea to maybe copy and paste the variables into the component browser so that if you spell like Lee or I do, then you don't make the same mistake.
There's no spell check built into the custom component browser. I do not believe. All right, and then we'll go ahead and set up the DX start. I'll just set this for my horizontal to first hole as P11, capital. There we go. And we'll go ahead and do pretty much the same thing to this other one, except for instead of using P11, we're going to use P12 for the X start. So for my size, as Ian reminds, I should go ahead and copy this just in case something bad happens. So I'll go ahead and copy that equation. There we go. And for the start, I'll go ahead and set that up as P12. There we go. So we'll go ahead and close that. We should be all set there. I want to set these to show, so we'll be able to define within the component the bolt size, standard, and what we want the distance for the horizontal and the vertical to the first hole to be. So the last thing that we're going to add are the parameters for our welds. So we'll go ahead and add those in right now. The way that I have this set up here, let's go ahead and take a look. If I were to inquire assembly, I have this plate is shop welded to the column, and then it's going to be fill welded up here to the beam, and then I pretty much just reversed it on this side. If I were to inquire assembly, I have it shop welded to the beam, and then it will be fill welded to the column, and then these are erection bolts that they can use while they get it into place, which is how this is going to all shake out in the end. So I'll go ahead and I'm going to set up two groups of parameters, one for the fill weld, one for the shop weld, and then we can control those. So to control those, I need 5 parameters for each, so total I need 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Have that put in there. Okay, so we'll go ahead and begin setting these up. So I'm going to put in, let's go ahead and call this, what should I name these? Let's go ahead and call this shop weld. Let's do this. Let's do shop size above. So this is going to control the, if you're looking at the weld, the near and the far side, this will be the far side weld information. And I'll set this up as shop size below. And for this one down here, we can go ahead and set up shop type above. So this would be like a fillet weld or full pin weld or whatever you want. Type below. And then also we can also choose if you want to switch which one is this, if it's a shop or a fill weld, we can set up that variable as well. Site or shop, we can control that. And then
Shop, site, shop.
Yeah, it's a little confusing, isn't it?
Like weld location or something.
I think it will serve its purpose. You'll see how it pans out. All right, let's see. I need one more. So I'll go ahead and do the same. Let's go ahead and do filled.
Okay.
Size above. Filled. Size below. Field type above. Field type below. And field site shop. So you can change that however you want. Okay, so let's go ahead and set up our values. So first one we're going to set up as text. Let's see, actually we'll change that back to length, and that's going to be, we'll just put in 3/16 for the standard. 3/16 should be fine. And for the type, we'll go ahead and choose weld to type. Weld type. And this will be welding site. So this works similar to the chamfers. If I take a look at this, for the type, if I hit the drop down, this blank is going to be 0. So the fillet is going to be 1. The next one will be 2, 3, and so forth. So for a fillet, I'm just going to put in, for the type, I'll just put 1 that will indicate a fillet. And then for the weld site, if I bring that back up, this works the same. So fill weld will be in the 0 position, shop weld will be in the 1 position. So since this is my shop, I'll change this to 1 and set this up. We'll go 3/16, 3/16, change this to be weld type, welding site, and I can set this up. This will be a fillet weld, and welding site. This is going to be my fill weld, so I'll set that to be 0. So that's all of the welding information that we can control, and I'll make sure that all of these are set to show so that we can see those within our actual component.